Hey YouTube, it's Sifa. Nice to see you all. I am going to be making a lot more vids now because I'm starting grad school in like a week, and I'm starting on my counseling degree. So I'm like super motivated and I'm doing pretty well. So thank you everyone for checking up on me and stuff. And anyway, so this video is going to be about psych meds and uh basically, I have some different topics I'm going to cover. The different topics are: should you take psych meds? How do they work? What are the side effects? Why do people not like them? Why do people like them? How they affect your spirituality? Um, how doctors, like different types of doctors, and how doctors can kind of suck at like helping you with them, and how doctors can be good at helping you with them. And then different types of psych meds. So first of all, there's like a few different types of psych meds that are common. There's anti-anxieties, and those are like things like Xanax and Klonopin, and those are for people that have anxiety or panic attacks. And then there are antipsychotics, and those are for people that have like hallucinations or schizophrenic. But they are also used for people that have like anger issues. Like I'm on it for like to stabilize me and make me like less irritable. And sometimes they also give them to you if your antidepressant isn't working. They'll put you on an antipsychotic to help it work better. So antipsychotics are not just for psychotic states, whatever. There's mood stabilizers, which are used for mostly people with bipolar or people that have mood swings. And then there are antidepressants, obviously, which are the most common. There's different types of antidepressants, but most of them are like SSRIs or SSNRIs. And the way that they work is that they basically affect your brain chemistry. Because the idea behind psych meds is that the neurotransmitters, the chemicals in your brains are off balance. And so the psychiatric medications are designed to help your brain get back in balance. Now, there are issues with that. The main issue is that it is like, it is well understood, or it is not understood exactly, how or why they do work. So we still honestly have no clue why they work. But we know that they can work and they do work. They don't work for the same for everyone, and they don't always work for everyone. But we know that they do work for some people. That's all that we know. And we have theories as to why they work, but it's kind of, very not understood very well. So, okay, let's get on to should you take psych meds? Well, the thing that I always like to say is that psych meds should not be used without trying other things first. Psych meds should be used like as a last resort, So before you take psych meds, you should try other things like therapy or exercise, eating healthy, doing volunteer work, things that make you feel better before you go on psych meds. They do have like pros and cons because they do have bad side effects, and so sometimes it's better not to be on them if you don't need them or if they're giving you bad side effects. But basically, why I am on psych meds is because they make me more functional. They don't fix me and they don't like cure me, but they make me able to go out and live my life and as best as I can. I'm not completely recovered or better, and I probably never will be, but I'm happy with how I am now because I can go to school and I can do things I need to do. So for someone like me who I'm on psych meds, they're not perfect. I'm not cured or perfect or happy all the time, but that's not even really the goal. The goal is just to make you more functional. Um, they have a lot of nasty side effects. But the thing is that normally, one thing to remember, if you start a psych med and you have bad side effects, give it a week or two, because normally they will go away after a week or two, the side effects. So if you take one and you're like, oh my god, I'm sleeping all the time, or I'm dizzy, or whatever, just give it a little bit of time, and if it persists, then quit the medication, but give it some time first. Um, I think probably the worst side effect is actually for men because SSRIs, antidepressants, affect men's like sex drive and their sexual functioning, and so a lot of men just don't use them because they don't like not being able to be sexually active as much as they would like to. Now it doesn't affect all men, and it doesn't affect you completely, But a lot of men don't like that, which is really like, I hope they can, find something to fix that, because that's like a huge issue. Um, so here we go. Why do people hate them? Why are there so many people against psych meds? Because you always hear people saying, "Oh, I tried psych meds and I hated them," or "Psych meds are terrible for you. They are toxic to your body." Now that is all kind of BS. It really is. Now I think people hate them because they don't really get what there's how they're meant to be used. They're not, of course they're not great for you, but they don't really affect you in like negative ways. I mean, of course you're going to have some side effects, but you have to see that the pros outweigh the cons. Like if you're severely mentally ill like I am, then a few side effects like are going to not be that big of a deal. If I can function, I'd rather have like a few mild side effects and be able to function. um, so people say that they're toxic, that they're like, causing brain damage. People say all kinds of crazy stuff. That's not really true, and that's I would not listen to that. A lot of people have had bad experiences with psych meds. Like they've been on them once, or they've been on a lot of different ones, and they had a bad experience. Like it made them really sick or really crazy, or something really bad happened. My advice, if you hear someone say that, or if you've had that experience, is if you want to give it another go. Try again, because there's so many medications and they're all so very different. Every medication is incredibly different, and so just don't, keep trying to find ones that work well for you. And if you see a bad doctor and they're like, they put you on some crazy shit or whatever, then, see a different doctor. Not all doctors are like quacks. Um, why do people like psych meds? Well, like me, I like psych meds. I mean, I'm kind of like, I'm going to get into this with the next question, but I have my reservations about psych meds, because for me, like, I'm a very spiritual person. As a lot of you guys know, I practice different spiritual faiths, shamanism, some paganism, a lot of Buddhism. And when it comes to spirituality, these like Buddhism and paganism and stuff, they're all very anti-psych meds, because they believe that being on psych meds somehow like hinders your ability to like connect with spirituality and to meditate and to like, open your third eye. They think that it hinders that. So a lot of spiritual people are against it. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like I have done a lot of really deep spiritual things and have had a lot of deep spiritual healing, and I feel like I'm very strong and powerful spiritually. And I'm on medication, so I don't really see the issue. Like I have a whole shaman world of spirits that I go to for comfort, and my psych meds don't really interfere with that. So I don't really see the issue there. But if but I do understand a lot of people don't want to go on them for spiritual and religious beliefs. And that does make sense to me. So don't, I'm not like saying that you should do it, but so also, there are good doctors and bad doctors, kind of like I said. A lot of psychiatrists just aren't really that good, because I don't know, honestly, I don't know why. But I've seen a lot of bad psychiatrists, and you just have to kind of find a good one. And a good way to do that is asking your friends, going online, doing research, find a good one, that's on your insurance plan, or even if you don't have insurance, there can be like really low cost clinics. Like I go to a clinic in New Orleans, and it's like they only charge you like $20 per session, and you can see like a pretty good person. They're not the best, but it's they're good enough. And so look up like free clinics in your area, or like low cost clinics. And if you're in America, obviously, if um, so basically, and the last thing I want to bring up is that I know people that get their psych meds from like general physicians, like regular doctors that do like checkups and physical exams. They will sometimes prescribe like antidepressants, and I do not think that is okay, because they're not like, they don't have enough education. They don't know how to treat it. They don't know how to follow up. They don't know how to maintain someone on medication. So do not ever see a general physician for medication. Always see a psychiatrist. A psychiatrist is a medical doctor. They've been to med school. They're an MD, but they focus on psychiatric medication and psychology. So always see a psychiatrist. Um so yeah, I guess, wow, I've been doing so well lately. I try to keep my videos under 10 minutes, and I just totally got like the 10-minute mark. So if y'all have any questions, let me know. If you like the video, yeah, all right. Bye, guys.